Okay, Basehead, party people in the place, it's your boy, the OG Soda Pop Kid, coming to you direct. The last video that I did, and I'm pretty tired right now. I'm gonna tell you why I'm so doggone tired in a second. But the last video I did when I first got these Brand X 320 double XL alternators put in here. Okay, and that very next day, I started tearing out the dashboard to work on a new dashboard, trying to get my scores up, making the dashboard stronger. I'm gonna put some panels underneath. I did not get that done yet. I was hoping to have the panels, and I was thinking about getting a plexi windshield in front of my windshield. That may or may not happen, and I didn't have enough time. I thought I would have all that done by our up-and-coming show next Sunday, Thunder in the Park 5. I thought I would have it done. That was the plan. It did not work out that way because I was making mistakes on that dashboard, and I had to do a couple panels over, and that frustrated me, man. And I was on that thing for about 2 weeks now. Even right after I got done cutting hair, I would come down here and be down here until 3 o'clock in the morning, then go to bed, get up, cut hair. Well, no, I would actually get up early in the morning and try to come down here and get some stuff done before I started cutting hair. Then I cut hair. Whenever I had a break from cutting hair, I would run down here and try to get other stuff finished or get stuff finished that I was cutting up at the house. And so, what this boiled down to is finally I got the dashboard in, the ordinary dashboard. I didn't get none of the under panels done yet, because I wanted to do all the under panels while the dash was in the car. So it'd be easy. And I've noticed something about these alternators, and I did have the green HD belt on here when I got them done. If y'all remember seeing that video where I have the pulleys pushed downward into a perfect V. Now I put them right back to where I'd had the other alternators with the pulleys raised up and it, done like this. Okay, now remember I had mentioned that the alternators on this side was getting hot quick. Well, they still are. And Jonathan had he had told me that this side may be more resistance going on this side than that side, that these are getting hot faster than them. All right, he said it could be the wires are shorter on one side, and the voltage is acting different between these, which is happening with these, because I have it the regulator set on LTO, not CMAX like I have, for reasons that the way these are set for CMAX, when it's turned all the way down, it's set for 15.9. Okay, it's set for 15.9. And from what I was told, them Stetson's like 15.5 volts. So in order for that to happen, I had to set these regulators on LTO and to be able to turn them down to 15.5. Okay, so it's funny that this side would be reading 15.7 while running, and that side reading 15.8. So now I got to equal these out. Now, so they can be both set at the same thing. You feel me? And then I've noticed this has been happening since I've been running high alternators, period. Whenever I put the probes on the top of the alternator, these alternators, the top ones usually read higher than what it reads off of the bus bar. So it's reading like 16 volts from there and 15.75 down here. When I go over to this side, it's reading equally. If it's reading 15.8 here, it's reading 15.8 there, and usually the alternators will read higher than the bus bar. So I'm wondering why that's happening, if that's supposed to happen, or it's just how it's happening. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to be actually testing these out. But I got two backups. I know nothing's happened to these. Like I said, this is the second time I've turned this on since I got these in. But I'm going to show you the dashboard, what I got on the dashboard so far. All right, it's looking nice and stealth because it's painted exactly black like everything else, so it's blacked out in there. So it's looking real stealth, all nice and blacked out. It's like kettle black, the blackest black they have. And everything in here is kettle black. So I wanted it blacked out, yeah. And it's looking good because I have all the toggle switches in order now. They're all in order. That's one thing I wanted to do. Put them all in order. Do things a little different, but somewhat the same, somewhat but different. Got my speedometer on the side now instead of in the middle. I got my gas gauge up in the middle. And I got my tach meter. I got a new tach meter that's working. It's right there. So, that's that. That's that on that. All right. So let me turn the lights on. But those alternators read different. I have, I don't know, I got yet to set them and mess with those regulators to get them to be set the way I want. But I'm going to turn on the lights. All right. Light switch is right here. I got new lights in here too. Oh, let me turn this. I got these. I got mad lighting in here now. I just got to put one more under the kick panel light on over on that side. But I'm not going to do that until I got some work to do under the kick panel there for the mic. Okay, and that's why I don't got all the screws in on that side. Tomorrow, I'm going out to Uniontown to get some brakes done on the back of this car. Okay, it's leaking. What are those called? Brake cylinders are leaking in the back. Alright, so I'm going to go get them fixed and get some brake pads on the back of this tomorrow. And I don't have all the screws and everything in this panel over here. Just a couple to hold it on because I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing up under the kick panels under the kick. So I'm going to work on this side and do it piece by piece instead of trying to build something aside under here. And I'm supposed to make a block off under here is what I'm supposed to do. So hopefully, and this blocked off too as well. So hopefully by the 9th, that part is done if I work on it this week. So I'm super tired like I told y'all. All right, but I'm going to show you how everything works, why I wanted to organize this. And granted, this dash ain't like the big extreme guys that just shuts off everything on the dash and they don't drive the car. This is different. This car gets driven. And there's leaks I'm going to still have to fulfill and fill in. But anyway, horn. All right, marker lights. Regular lights for the headlights, and these are the high beams. As you can see them going on and off. All right, ignition, starter. Oh, turned off the ignition. Ignition goes off. Over on this side, we turn the lights off. Flashers. Return signal. Flashers. I use LEDs for flashers. And they're blue this time. Turn the light back on. That. This toggle right here, that's for the cooling fan in the trunk that's blowing on a Stetson HQ 800.4s. I got a big 10-inch fan blowing on all of them anyway, even though they got fans. You can hear it back there. And then I got the squirters and the windshield wipers. Boom, boom. All right, then over here is this switch is for this voltmeter, that switch is for that voltmeter, and this is the radio. Or head unit. Boom. All right, as far as the heat is concerned, I was talking about that. I didn't get this thing perfect enough to land over the vents that blows the heat up to the window, so the vents is actually covered up. So I wouldn't be getting no heat anyway. So what I'm gonna have to do is buy those little heaters from Amazon and get one put on each side of this window, mainly to defog the windows. Mainly to defog them, because I don't drive this in the winter anyway. You know, to defog them, because it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and it's probably gonna be foggy up in here, because I have them damn things blocked off. Even though the heat still comes on. Up. Oh, dang. What? There you go. You still hear heat, but oh, this thing is tripping. Anyway, I want to be able to delete this. I want to be able to delete this thing, man, and cover it up is what I want to be able to do. To just remove it, okay, and then cover it up with a little panel right there is what I want to do. Boom, boom. But nevertheless, this is the dashboard thus far. It's in there strong as heck. But I want to get these kick panel boards done to see if my score goes up any from this. And as far as the windshield, I planned to put a windshield, plexi in front of the windshield to protect the windshield. You know what I mean? But I had the steering wheel out of it, and everything seemed like it was going to go as planned. There was two ways I was going to do it. Have it come straight out and then go straight up, or angle it like this window is angled and have it go up. And I'm undecided, man. That's not going to get done by Sunday. That's not going to get done even if I wanted it to. Okay, and there goes the board. There goes the board right there. The first piece of board. You know what I mean? So, boom, boom. Boom, boom. All right, like I said, I'm going to end up eliminating this thing here. All right, I'm about to put my windows in tomorrow morning before I go to get my brakes done, because I hear it's supposed to storm, which is unfortunate. I hate to drive this in the rain, but I got to go get those brakes fixed. All right, and this is the reason that this is turning off and going on. It turns off when I turn off the headlights, man. That's kind of funny. The lighter there. It's kind of weird that it turns off when I turn off the lights. That's different. That's different. Man, okay. But I love these turn signals, bro. But, alright, this car isn't turned into something else. But it's super bright in here, that's for sure. So learn where your toggle switches are. Super bright in here, and like I said, I'm gonna get one more light under the kick. Under the kick over there. And that comes on when you turn it on, okay. Interesting. This here. Interesting, and then it goes out. And I was wondering why it was out. The last one I thought was faulty, and it wasn't faulty. And I got a high torque starter on here now. High torque. That little chirp. I don't like hearing that little chirp, man, but there's nothing I can do about that little chirp. There's nothing I can do about that. So it's your boy, the OG Soda Pop Kid. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And peace. I gotta make some darn adjustments. Peace.